Hey everyone, it's Anne. So this is a video to walk through just the basic structure of the give and receive gathering online. I'm going to do a separate video with how to prepare and specifically to answer people's questions about like what do I offer, what kinds of things do I offer, what kinds of things do I ask for. I'll do a whole separate video about that. This is just sort of the nuts and bolts of the agenda. So we'll have a start time on Zoom, and I'll be there 15 minutes early. So my invitation is to plan to start logging on yourself 10-15 minutes early, especially if you're not terribly familiar with the setup. That'll give you some time to troubleshoot and make sure you can get there. And then as close to the start time as possible, we'll start. And there's basically 4 rounds, and we will go around the circle, around the group, probably in the same order each time, just for convenience's sake. The first round is an introduction, so that's really quickly your name, where you are located, because we could have people from all over the place for this, and then just to share a gift that you've given or received recently, in the last day or two, say. That's just to break the ice, and of course allow the folks who can't get there early to join in. Then the meat of the gathering is the offers and the asks. So first we do offers, and so when it's your turn to give an offer, you will share what you've prepared, so you'll know ahead of time what it is that you're offering. So you'll concisely share it. Depending on the number of people and how it goes, I may institute an actual, like a timing policy. That's what we used to do in person. We would have an actual watch, timing, so that everybody was really concise and didn't take up more time than was kind to the group. So depending on the size, I may do that. But you'll share pretty succinctly what it is that you're offering. And then also, Zoom has this chat feature, so you'll type, after you've shared what it is that you're offering, you also type that into the chat, so it's recorded in a written way. And then anybody listening who thinks, gosh, I would really like that for me, they also type into the chat and they say, hey Susie, that sounds great, I would love to receive that. And then the next person goes, same thing, next person goes. So we're within the chat, we have this whole record of everything that people are offering and the people who are interested in it. So that's how the offers work, and in the time, there's no decisions being made. You don't have to say, okay, well then I'm going to give it to this person and this is how it's going to get to them. All of that gets done offline afterwards. This is just a way to share what's there and get the connections made. So then the third round is a round of asks. So this is, again, you've prepared what it is that you could use help with, and I'll say more about this in the other video, but the more specific, the better. It's a lot easier to help somebody if they're really clear about what they need and what's being asked. So same thing, you'll put your ask out there, you'll type it after you've spoken it, and everybody who's interested in helping in some way or has ideas for how they could help you will type a comment into the chat. Then the final round is just closing thoughts, and this can fall into 3 different categories. One or more of these. One is, it may be that as you're listening to people or just thinking about this whole question of what can we be giving and receiving at this time, it may be that you just have some ideas for each other, either a specific person or for the group as a whole, that just seem relevant or possibly helpful. So, hey, did you know about this website? Or, hey, John, did you know about this service, or something like that? So maybe not a direct response to the asks or the offers, but something that occurs to you that's worth sharing. It gives you an actual time to share it. The other thing you can say during closing words is, if you have ideas for me specifically for future give and receives, what would you like to see? What would have made it better? What other ideas do you have? Or are there other kinds of gatherings or things that I could be facilitating that still that fall under the category of gift of happiness and helping people connect to each other? Put them out to me. And then the final thing is just whatever you're taking away. What did you get that was valuable? What are you thinking for yourself as as you've just had that experience, share that. And that's my barky, growly dog. So we're almost done. So that'll be the end of that. And then at the end of the time together, we will I'll send out a transcript of the chat and also a participant list with everybody's email addresses. So you'll have that and you can follow up. All right. I think my dog is telling me it's time to stop.